Speer, and this is my speech of Persuasion. Did you know that of the 500,000 cardiac arrest incidents that occur each year, 88% of them happen at home? Did you know that only 6.4% of cardiac arrest victims survive without CPR? Once the heart stops beating, brain death occurs within 4 to 6 minutes, but CPR circulates blood through the body to keep the vital organs alive. If CPR is started within the first 4 minutes after cardiac arrest begins, the chance of survival is nearly doubled. With statistics like that, why are only 30% of Americans certified and up to date in their CPR training? The recommended procedure for giving CPR has changed a lot over the years. I personally have been through CPR training 8 times, and every time there's some piece of new information that the American Red Cross has changed. So to deal with that, they are constantly offering classes that are open to the public, that are inexpensive or even free. They're not very long or time consuming, and taking one evening out of your busy schedule could be the difference between life and death. So before I go on, I'd like to ask the audience, how many of you have been certified in CPR? So everyone has. How many of you have done your certification within the last 3 years? So only one person out of the audience is up to date on their CPR training. And even from 3 years ago, it may have changed since then. Contrary to popular belief, cardiac arrest is not the same as a heart attack. A cardiac arrest, or CA, is a sudden loss of heart function caused when the heart's electrical system malfunctions. This can be caused by a heart attack, which is the blockage of blood flow to the heart, but the terms are not interchangeable. There are nearly 200,000 deaths each year caused by sudden cardiac arrest. The American Heart Association estimates that nearly half of those deaths could have been prevented if CPR had been performed. For every minute the heart does not beat, the victim's chances of survival fall by 10%. So if you do that math, after 10 minutes, the victim has 0 chance of survival. CPR, or cardiopulmonary resuscitation, uses chest compressions and rescue breaths to artificially pump the heart and keep blood flowing throughout the body. Effective CPR provided immediately after sudden cardiac arrest can double or even triple the chances of survival. From 2001 to 2010, rates of citizens completing their CPR training increased from 21.9% to 44.9%. During the same time, rates of victims reaching the hospital alive rose from 7.9% to nearly 22%. Again, I ask you, why are only 30% of Americans currently certified in CPR? If you're a witness to a cardiac emergency, first and foremost, you always want to call 911. If you have an AED in the area, you want to get someone to bring that to you and immediately start CPR. By doing so, you're keeping oxygenated blood flowing throughout the body into the vital organs, and you're giving the victim the best chance of survival. Research is now showing that chest compressions alone, without rescue breaths, can be effective. So if for whatever reason you're not comfortable or you're not capable of giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, don't let that stop you from stepping in and offering your assistance, because chest compressions alone is better than doing nothing. Another common reason people don't want to step in and help is because they feel that they may do more harm than good. Fortunately for us in the state of Texas, that isn't a problem. Bystanders are protected by the Good Samaritan Act. And this means that if you do more harm or you injure the victim or the victim doesn't survive, you cannot be prosecuted. But let's say that isn't a concern for you. Let's say that that person that goes into sudden cardiac arrest is your child or your brother or your mother. Don't you want to know what to do to help save their life? The easiest way to find a class near you is to do a simple internet search. The American Red Cross is always offering classes, and another good place to start is to go to your local YMCA to sign up for a class. I also encourage everyone to download the First Aid app on your smartphone by going to your app store and just searching First Aid. And the first one that's by the American Red Cross is the top one. It's free. And it's a great tool to have. If you're ever in a situation where you need to provide either first aid or CPR, whether it be for cardiac arrest, stroke, anaphylaxis, anything like that, they have step-to-step guides on how to proceed until help arrives. By becoming CPR certified, You're empowering yourself with the crucial knowledge to save lives. Hopefully, if you will never be faced with a situation in which you'll have to use that information, but you can take comfort in knowing that if you are, you have the critical knowledge to make crucial decisions in those seconds to save someone's life.